Oh, okay. You know I can't see, right?
That's why I gave you the thumbs up, but go ahead.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of Shade with Your Tea. This is your girl, Zoe. You know, hashtag every hoe need a motherfucking Zoe. So what's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, Miss Abs? What's good?
Yeah, what's poppin', everybody? It's your girl, Miss King, a.k.a. Abby with the fatty, a.k.a. the fatty, and I'm done. That's it. I know I be doing the most, but you feel me? I'm still lit because I'm still coming off my birthday high. Because it's basically still my birthday. You know, we do birthday weekends in this bitch instead of just birthday days.
No, we do birthday months,
fine.
but it's okay. You
It's
can
birthday month.
You can start with the weekend,
Libra
baby.
Season, gang, gang. What's poppin'? Anyway, so we have a great, excellent guest today who has actually provided us with a lot of the topics that we're about to speak about. So can you please introduce yourself to our
and
people?
tell us what you do with
to
your
the Shady
show.
Bunch. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yo, so I'm Vlad. I'm just here joining in.
That was really
Shade
sad.
with
Can
your
you
tea.
try again?
Nah, I get it. But yo, you know what it is? I'm not really used to doing all that extra animation. Follow me on Twitter.
You should get on it.
Blade Penderhughes.
Mm-hmm.
It's Regal Cordier 7. So let's get to it though.
Okay, so I would like to say that I named this podcast today. We're gonna call it Prospects and Perspectives because, you know, we're always looking for new prospects, especially to add to our rosters because, you know, why not? And perspectives because men and women always have a different perspective to add to every conversation. So I know Vlad over here sent us a lot of topics that he would like to discuss. He's always like, what about this one? I'm like, oh, I got so much to say on that shit because that shit get me so tight. I swear to God.
If you see that on fucking Instagram, wait till you see him on fucking Twitter. Yo, he just starts all
he
types
sends
of
me
crazy
half
shit.
his Twitter posts, and he's
man.
like, can you get on Twitter already? And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to.
So controversial.
No, I'm kidding. Anyways, so we're just gonna dive into it, or
Okay.
you want to say anything first? Is there anything you want to say?
I mean, I don't have anything to say. I always say that the most important thing is understanding the difference in perspectives. So let's get to it.
All right. So the first one, the most recent one that was sent to me. So how do you feel about checking out the opposite sex while you're with your significant other?
Right.
Who would like to start?
Like, oh, he's cute, or like just a cute little.
I mean, let's just say
It has
hypothetically
to go from
speaking.
both. It has to go from both.
Right, from
sides.
both. Like, let's just say you out on a date with your significant other and an attractive person walks by.
Man or woman.
And it could be, you know, whether
If it's a girl, I'm looking.
Right.
If it's
you
a girl,
looking,
we looking
But
together.
I'm talking about, like, not just looking, but checking out. Like, let's just say if you, like, leaning over or something like that, or vice versa, like, how do you diffuse that situation and how do you respond to it?
Okay, so I've done it when it came to girls, like did all of this and stuff, and the guy never said anything.
Okay.
But I don't think I've ever corrected a guy when he did it.
So, like if a dude
maybe
looks...
I just wasn't paying attention enough to see it, but I definitely have done it. I never do it to guys, though. I don't see the other guys. I see that person, but to girls...
I guess for me things have changed because I used to be mad if I would see my ex like looking at shit, but like, now I realize that I appreciate the fuck out of women too. So if I'm sitting here like, who's that baddie? I can't be mad if you looking too.
Right.
And I just want us to have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I see you looking and I'm looking like, yo, did you see the ass on that girl? And then we could talk about it. But if I'm just catching you looking, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad.
Don't
lie about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, "Oh, I wasn't looking."
Okay.
I was looking too. Nigga, it's fine. Like,
but listen, but here's my thing, right?
Yes.
I feel like a man could be with his woman, right? And it depends on how attractive they deem that woman to be for them to say something. If like it's somebody who she thinks that he's not attracted to, like when he looks over, she's not gonna make a big deal. But if it's a woman that she feels inferior to or something like that, she might be like, "Oh, I saw you looking at that girl."
If she got insecurity issues, it's dangerous to do that if you know you with a girl that has insecurity problems.
But it's not even just insecurity problems because even like there's a way of doing it respectfully, and there's a way of doing it offensive.
Don't go. I mean,
like
I'm
if we're talking and you're
the
just
way.
on some like leaning over, and it's kind of like, "Yo, hello," like you could glance over, like we all have photographic memory, right? We could just glance at something and just keep it pushing. But if you're concentrating all your energy on somebody else, that's a little bit rude,
that's
right?
That's disrespectful, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you make a big deal of it.
I'm not a person that makes a big deal out of anything. I'll just remember that for the next time. I'm a person that'll like internalize it.
Okay.
And I'm doing better now. I'm doing better with my communication now. I used to just internalize it and then blow up at you later. And be like, all this shit that you did, how did you never know? And then they're like, I didn't know that I did anything. And it's like, ooh. So I got, I'm
So you're an overthinker too, huh?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Are you an overthinker?
That's all I do.
Not to this point, at this day and age, no. Not as much.
Okay.
But I used to be.
Okay, okay.
I definitely used
But
to
you
be.
haven't been in love since?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I've gotten better. I like to think so. It's
Now-
a lot of
now
things
was
that I
that-
could be overthinking, and I'd just be like,
Now, was that after somebody pointed it out to you? Did you overthink a lot of shit?
yes.
So if nobody pointed it out to you,
If
probably
nobody
still be on
said
the same
nothing,
thing.
bitch, I still be. The
But
same
now that you're
person.
called out, you're like, damn, I can't be like that.
and I'll stop myself because I'll hear it, and I'd be like, oh, okay,
Cause
never
niggas
mind.
gonna call you out
Mm.
again. Yeah, yeah.
Overthinking everything.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's
No,
what I do.
that's it. So I know you're a huge fan of dating apps, or are you on dating apps?
Absolutely not.
Great, me neither. So we're sis. Okay. So how do you feel about Plenty of Fish officially banning filtered photos?
Good. The fuck?
I think the only positive, because
I got mixed feelings on this, though.
I'll just tell you my little story really quick, because I was on Plenty of Fish for 36 hours and it was the most overwhelming experience of my life.
Okay.
But I got called a catfish every 5 minutes by half the people on there that had pictures
Don't even
of
have
not
fucking
themselves.
Yeah, exactly. How you got pictures of
How you
your
got
dog?
a cartoon character and you gonna call
Right.
me a catfish?
You got pictures
Mother-
of the avatar.
the fucking audacity.
And you gonna call me something? Like, come on. No, I like to see the person, and that's that.
So they ban filters. So once you upload it, they just kind of like say
Yeah,
Damn,
bitch.
but-
error.
I got
Reboot.
I don't know how I feel about that though. Because I feel like if it's a dating app, it should give somebody the best opportunity to get somebody.
I mean, yeah, but
So,
do you
like-
see some of those filters? Those filters
Oh,
can
nah.
fix everything. So
I
if I'm
understand.
thinking that you look like, I mean, like, I don't know, the most immaculate, purest porcelain skin, and then you pop up and you just, what
Yeah,
the?
nah.
No.
That's not what's up.
And
But
I'm not saying that I'm against that. I'm just saying, like, you getting on these websites to find love or whatever the case may be, showing your true self, then what's wrong with showing your true self through your pictures?
that's true. That's true.
But then y'all
Sure.
niggas be lying too, because I know half y'all niggas on Christian Mingle's fucking heathen, so.
So you on Christian Mingle?
No.
I think the only app I would be interested in dating or joining at this point is like Seeking Arrangements. Pay
What's
me.
that?
The Sugar Daddy app does.
Oh, really? Listen, I'm out the loop.
He's like,
I'm
what's
old
that? Oh, you want to
I
get
don't
in
know.
on that?
Nah,
Let's
I
do
don't know
it.
nothing about that. I don't know nothing about
I know
that.
a couple of
Yeah.
girls take your ass too.
Take that shit down, nigga.
Chill.
Give me my money. Anyways, so are we good on that one?
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything to say? All right. So this one comes directly off your Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Real question: how important is it for your significant other and your family to get along?
Ooh, man.
For me, I don't give a fuck because my mom hates everybody for the most part.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sit here and dub somebody because my mom doesn't like them. My
Okay.
mom barely likes me half the time, so
Right,
I'm
right,
not
right,
worried
right.
about that. If I love this person, hopefully they'll support them at the end of the day.
Okay,
That's
okay.
how I feel.
What about you? What do you think?
Why you look so mad?
Because I'm listening to you and it just wouldn't work in my family. It's just
Really?
too opinionated. Like,
Your family has to get along with them, and they have to. Get
I
along
would
with
appreciate it. It would
Okay.
just be a little bit easier
It would
on me.
make
On
life easier.
It would just
That's
make
a
it
fact.
easier because my mom, this itself, she's a problem. So like, she just. And you know, and then she's
That's what moms do.
Spanish,
They
so
sit
then
there-
she just yeah. So,
How do you do that?
yeah. And then that's that. Yeah.
I'm a huge family person,
Mhm.
big on family. So like, that's a big deal because I'm not gonna disconnect myself from my family, you know, for the sake of one person. I mean, you know, love is love, but I feel like that would make things very complicated.
Now, would it be different if, say, some people take some time to grow on you? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whereas some people are just downright, like, your family sees and they're like, this person's an asshole and we don't want them around you, like, at all. Where some people are like, I could see it, I guess. Maybe I
Right,
just have
right,
to
right.
warm up to them.
Right.
Is there a difference? Like, would you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the family's gonna give you the benefit of the doubt regardless. But sometimes, you know,
No,
They always say-
you know. Like when your
Yeah.
family don't like some people, you know.
You know.
Yeah, you know, but
Whereas
they always
sometimes
say-
they're kind of like, they play nice because they're like, oh,
Right.
you know,
but your
sometimes
family
you know.
sometimes and friends can see
shit that you don't.
things that you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, sometimes we're so narrow-minded and we're not really paying attention to those things. And sometimes you'll catch it, like, later on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody in your family would just be a hater and not want to see you happy.
Shit, my mother
Right.
could tell every first person as soon as they walk in the door
Yeah,
before. And
yeah.
I'll sit there and be like, shut up, you know. But she know, because then as soon as when it happens, she be like, bitch, I told
I
you.
told you.
Mm.
So, does your mom like me?
Did she tell you you can stop coming to the house?
Ooh,
I mean,
hold on. Let's
Really
get
like
into that.
Nah, she did check on me that one time, right?
No, you know what it is? My mom is very hesitant to letting people in because of the person that I am. I'm always a giver. Like, I'm always gonna make sure someone's okay and check on them, blah blah blah, whatever.
Oh, adorable.
So she shut up.
Adorable.
So she knows that I will do above and beyond for my friends, but she knows that there's been times where like my friends don't do the same thing for me. Even family don't do.
How does she know
that's
that?
the same.
Because you told her.
Parents see everything.
They see
Parents
everything.
see a lot of shit.
Mothers see everything.
My mom was always like so proud of me because I always had great friends where my brother had trash friends.
Right.
So my mom always saw all that, like just them supporting me, doing certain things, just being around. Like my friends to this day, like half of my friends I've known since I moved to New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those are still my best friends. Whereas my brother can't keep a friend for longer than.
So have you had friends in the past that you felt like were bad friends, like they were using you and things like that?
Yeah, I found out later, and I said.
You want to say that name on the? No, I'm playing.
Well,
listen,
her name is.
Stop.
Like, yo, we about to start airing this
I mean,
shit
but
the
you
fuck
know,
out.
but like I told you, I'm not that close with my family, so
Okay.
My friends are very important to me.
Right.
So I know she knows a situation that I was in recently with a person I thought was a really close friend who shit just kind of fell apart.
You ain't gotta get into too much.
Yeah,
details.
no, but it was just kind of like, oh, she didn't want to be my friend because she didn't want to be my cheerleader or some shit like that. And I'm like, sis, so you got tired of doing friend things? Your friends are supposed to support you. So if you don't want to do that, you're not my friend. You know.
So, but in that friendship, you were pretty much like the dominant friend.
I'm always the
She was
person
the one
reaching
that had
out.
shit going on.
I'm the one that has shit going on.
Right.
I'm always the person always reaching out. Oh, you want to go here? You want to come here with me? You want to check out this? You want to do this? You want to do this?
She felt like she was just trailing you.
But I'm trying to put you on to. I'm trying to put you on to things too. Like, oh, say, okay, you did my makeup for a photo shoot. I'm gonna try and have you do makeup for other people.
Right.
Put you onto another platform. But you
People
don't
see it that way. They
don't
just
see it that way.
Be my +1.
Or do this for me and see me shine.
Yeah.
No, I
be
always
great
try
and
and bring my
sit
friends
there.
with me. I'm a firm believer, and I think you guys know this just watching me. I support everybody. Like, I want everybody to be great. And if I can support you or help you do anything, I'm going to make sure that I do it.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't always reach out and make the first move, but if you ask me to do something, I'm there 110%. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when somebody you think is your closest friend then turns around and gets mad at supporting you, it's kind of like, but you have nothing and I'm like, I can't support you. All you do is go to school. No, all you do is go to work, you quit school and find the next dick. Like, I can't support that. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like, go sis, oh my god, you want me to help you find the next dick to jump on? No,
I'm the shade, honey.
I cannot. I'm
the shade.
Who's got the tea? What's up? Anyways, so what was that topic that we were talking about?
We were talking about if your friends get along with
or your family gets
well,
along
your significant
with
other gets along with your family, and then start talking about friends.
So are we good on that?
I think you covered it.
Yeah. You did.
I went a little left there.
That's all good.
So the next topic, quality versus quantity. So who has a harder time finding quality, like men or women? So is it harder for a woman to find a good man, or is it harder for a man to find a good woman?
I think it's both.
This is the shit we need to talk about.
It's both because
this is a big deal.
It's definitely an age thing. It's definitely a maturity thing.
I'm not gonna say age. I'm gonna say maturity.
Well, it's maturity, but I feel like women become more mature at a younger age. This is just in general. You could say I'm totally wrong because I'm biased clearly because I'm a woman. But I feel like women become mature at a younger age than men do.
Absolutely.
Which is why I know for me I like to look for older guys just because I'm like, I know who the fuck and where the fuck I'm at.
You're trying to take that trip to Dubai, yo.
I'm trying to get flued out, you know? Like, that's,
yeah.
Nah, but it's not even that. It's just literally being able to have a conversation. A lot of niggas can't even hold a conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They just call you pretty all day and what's up, love? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I'm not here for that. I don't smoke talk
you trying to pull up? Let's go chill.
Send me pictures. Oh my god.
Send a flick.
You hit me with that?
Yo, so
I just got hit with that 2 days ago, and
send me pics.
Still sitting there.
I'm like, what do you think I am? 18? Like, no, I'm good.
I say this all the time. I feel like it's 1,000 times easier for a man to find a good woman than it is for a woman to find a good man.
I think that way. So thank you for being on our side.
Right. Now I agree with you 100%. So now when I ask myself that same, like, so on the flip side of it, it's like, who really needs to prove their worth to who?
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
So I feel like more times than not, there's a lot of men that are still trying to do the right thing in terms of being chivalrous and courting women And it almost becomes a chase where it's men chasing women. And I hate to sound messed up, but it's kind of like the other way around because now the game changed a little bit. I feel like
The
women
game has changed.
Right, women are a lot more established, from a financial standpoint, an educational standpoint, So at this point right now, like there's women out there that's paying for dudes to be around them. Like dudes don't even have to have a job or whatever it is, right?
So I fell into something like that because same thing like she said, I'm a very giving person.
Right.
So I fell into a relationship where
Just to have a companion.
But I was also guilted into like, oh, I'm your boyfriend, so you should be supporting me and stuff that I do. Where I ended up my car, my apartment. I'm a full-time student working 2 jobs, doing all this shit while you can't even keep a part-time job. Right. So it kind of just fell into a
but he didn't have to get a job because he got you.
He
You know
had
what I'm
you.
saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
And if he ain't got you, he could go find somebody else that could do that for him. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So it's just like, yo, that fucked me up.
Absolutely.
That made me be like, hell no, we're not doing it this way.
Right.
But also, that's another reason why it's hard for me to ask for things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even used to guys paying for shit for me at all. Like, not even.
Okay.
So it's I always get so if a guy's like, oh, let me buy you a drink, I'm like, oh my god, really? Like, thank you so much.
Wow.
It made me very appreciative.
That
of
feels
a lot
good
of
though,
things.
doesn't it?
It does, and I think guys notice it, but then also I tell them that, and then they think that they don't have to do shit for me because I'm used to not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a plus and a minus.
I don't know this person, but that sounds like you were being taken advantage of, yo.
I definitely was, but that's why I say I'm a giver to a fault.
Absolutely.
So definitely I see red flags everywhere now because of that. But I definitely think it is harder for women to find a good quality man as opposed to the other way around. It's a lot of good women out there. It's a lot of good men out there, but I just have not found them.
There's a lot of good men out there, but women are doing the same shit that men are doing too.
I can't find them.
Like what?
Women are fucking dogs now. Like,
oh no,
I'm
that's
a
a
savage.
fact.
I'm a whole
seen
nigga
women
now. What?
Just like destroy actual good men.
Can that change though? Like, do you feel like you could be a savage and eventually just no longer be a savage? Like,
oh, definitely. I have I'm a
cap.
What's the word?
Cap.
I'm a situational savage.
Come on now, let's be real here.
No,
we're talking about.
I'm dead ass because you could tell when you meet somebody who's very genuine and good. I'm not gonna. Feel me? I'm not gonna.
I mean, yes
be on
and
no
no.
savage shit.
Because some people are really good at acting with that shit. Because you can get
and then as soon as I find out, I'm gonna ruin your life. But
but you done wasted your time being all sensitive and shit the first time. Like,
but I just feel like once you start facing a level of adversity, like how difficult is it to not become a savage again? Whether it's somebody ignoring your calls, like you might all of a sudden be like, you know what, I'm not dealing with this shit. Let me call up XYZ. Like, are you really gonna be willing to deal with that adversity for the sake of love? Because I feel like once you know something, it's like if I rob and steal and that's what I do, the minute I'm in a jam, like regardless of me going to church or whatever it is, I'm gonna go back to robbing and stealing. So that's why I always feel like at the end of the day, if you're gonna do something like the first time around, be ready for it to kind of be like a spill effect.
I guess you just have to. It depends on how bad you want it. I guess it depends on situation.
Right. Because to me, that's wild. Because it's an epidemic at this point right now, yo. Like you got
people are savages now.
Yo, listen, and this whole 2-girlfriend thing is the wave right now, which is crazy to me.
We got a whole episode coming up on polyamory and stuff like that.
It's insane. It's insane. Yo, I look forward to watching that. I hope everybody else is tuning in.
That's gonna be a good one. Do you have anything to add to that topic? No?
I forgot the question already.
That's quality over quantity. That's fine.
I think I'm being a narcissist a little bit.
Are you?
Like,
we not on live anymore.
No,
we're not.
We're not on live no more. Great.
We're not doing this.
So
I think I kind of overstepped.
We're not doing this.
It's fine. On to the next topic, right? So we talk about another one of your tweets. We talk about verbal abuse, physical abuse, and neglect, but nobody talks about the emotional drain and exhaustion of dealing with somebody who's insecure. So we did mention that. Yeah. Insecurities is a very hard thing to deal with.
It's mental abuse, yo.
Especially if you're in a relationship where it's like the girl is super pretty or the guy is super pretty.
You're just tiptoeing around that person all day.
Now, if you got two people who are confident as fuck and know they're bad as fuck, it's fine. But as soon as you got one that's insecure, that's when the overthinking kicks in.
And there's nothing wrong with having insecurities. I'm not gonna.
Everybody is insecure.
I'm not gonna say that you got to be like 100% perfect when you get into a relationship, but it's letting those insecurities take
how you gonna react to it,
over everything.
Or you're projecting them onto other people.
Yes,
that's when it becomes scary.
Yeah. I was like, I definitely know dealing with somebody who basically, as you guys know, I'm not very great at answering my phone. Sometimes I'll leave you there for like 2 days and then I'll come back to it like nothing happened.
Light skin shit, right? That's what
they
they call it.
Is that
think
light
so.
skin shit?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't
So
know. I'm
dark-skinned
dark
folks don't do that.
I don't
shut the
know.
fuck up.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just
Listen,
going based off
no,
of what
for me,
the internet says.
For me, sometimes
Technically.
people are like super overwhelming, and I just can't deal with people like some days.
Really?
But it's all or nothing. It's
So
not
you
like
are a
it's not
Libra.
like yeah.
Yeah. No, she's like legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Open
not
the
like
book,
it's not
it's
like
her.
I'll answer some people and not other people. It's like if I'm having a day where I don't feel like talking to anybody, it's nobody. Like I'm not talking to nobody. You know.
okay.
So it's all of that. But it was this one guy I was talking to, whatever, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I took my chance hitting you up. I know you got mad
I like
niggas
that
on
guy.
your." He's like, "I took a chance, you know, but I know it's mad niggas on your body, so I didn't know if I had a chance. All this shit. Either way, so we was talking for a little bit. It was great, and I was texting this man every single day, and I gave him all the precursors. I was like, just so you know, here's a screenshot of my phone. I don't answer people
Why
like
would
that
you do that?
sometimes, like just to give him a heads up, because I don't like when niggas give me shit about not answering them
Yeah,
for
but
one
don't
day.
ever do that.
Why?
Only because at the end of the day, you have nothing to prove to anybody. And once you create that type of environment in that relationship or whatever it would be, it becomes an expectation. And now you're almost obligated. Oh, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. Don't ever do nothing like that.
Oh, it was just kind of like a.
Don't
'cause
ever
he was like,
put anybody in that situation.
Heard
yo.
you. Okay, I'm learning my lesson.
But
But
go ahead.
I showed him. I was like, yo, I told him I was like, some days it's hard for me to answer people. Like I just can't be around people, whatever. So I told him I was gonna call him one night, and I didn't because I was on the phone with my friend because she was going through some shit. Either way.
And you had to
So the
explain
next
yourself.
day, no, I didn't explain myself. The next day, I didn't text him the next day, and he texted me saying like, oh. Well, I guess whoever is occupying your time, I guess you like them more than me,
Woo.
all this shit. So thanks for the number, but I
Oh.
guess you don't want to use. It's like some super like shit like that, and I was like, so I don't even get the benefit of the doubt that something was going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's you automatically assume I was on the next dick. Like to me, that's just like a super insecurity within yourself.
But
that
let me ask you this:
automatically
were you
assume-
really interested in him? Be honest.
No, I
All right.
wasn't.
So I'm just
I'm
saying.
not worried
like,
about it, but it was just still like that aspect of the insecurity,
Right.
like.
I dig that, but what I'm saying is your energy was showing like I'm not really interested in you, and he's probably feeling that also.
I mean, maybe I didn't know. I wasn't like really letting him know that. I know for myself I wasn't that interested.
You know how you
But
girls
I had
are,
mentioned,
though, man. Instead
but
of,
I had mentioned this is how this came about because
sorry,
I told
wait.
him
How
are us
how-
girls on
Nah,
this.
I'm just being honest, yo. When a woman is no longer interested or not interested, like you
make it
guys,
known.
it's not even about you make it known, but like you'll do things to like sidestep around it. All of a sudden, it's just like what, like you know what I mean? Like you're not really understanding or nothing like that. So I feel like that's the direction that normally goes because you guys are like avoid a lot of situations. Like you'll just not answer or you'll answer mad late or whatever until they eventually just fall back on their own because you guys have big hearts. So I'll give you guys a compliment at the same time. You guys have big hearts, but at the same time, yo, like, word. At the same time, like, instead of being direct, like, listen, this is not going to work because dudes will see that as a challenge. Like, oh, nah, why not? And they'll try to talk you into it. So y'all just avoid it.
I feel so personally attacked right now.
But
Like,
that's facts, though. Like, you think about that. At the end of
no,
the day, it's
a
like,
fact
yo,
though. It's a fact.
instead of coming out and saying, listen, honestly, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. Like,
So I tried to
mean,
have that conversation.
even when
So
you do,
I
they
tried
don't
to
get
set
it.
it up. I tried to set that conversation
it depends
up.
on who.
And then he was like, "Oh, are you too nervous to like move forward with me?" All this shit. I'm not scared. I'm not
Don't
pussy, nigga.
want you,
No,
nigga.
I just don't.
Period.
No, I'm not scared of none of. I just not you.
Right,
I'm
right,
not
right.
You.
They don't get that shit. Niggas do not like being told no. That's why.
Oh my god.
It depends
So
on
did I tell
who.
you? Did I tell you about that one baby boy that I fucked that one time? It was trash dick, and I felt really bad. But he's a good kid. So I just told him I was like, I just want to be your friend. Like I don't want to do anything farther. I'm like, I still feel like we got mad other shit like to work on within ourselves, all that. And for the past year, he has still been on my body. He just gave up the other day, like, cause you know I be posting every once in a while. I'm
What
like,
if that's
yo,
your soulmate, yo?
it's not my soulmate. But if I posted the other day, or like I post every once in a while, and I wrote a couple times like, I want a fake boyfriend for the weekend, whatever. Da, da, da. He's like, why you playing? You out here posting for a boyfriend,
But
but
I
I'm
mean,
right here the whole time.
what did you
Nigga,
think?
you are 3 years younger than me. You don't
hate
got a
doing
job.
that.
You didn't even finish high school. You didn't do half of this shit. I can't.
But that's
I
a setup,
can't.
though.
And I'm not trying to like be.
That's the problem. Because we be doing it.
That was a
not-
setup.
Like, we be setting ourselves up for it. And then when it happens, you be like,
You know that was a setup.
Oh.
Because if nobody responded to that, you would have took it down.
No. I leave my shit. I'm not one of those people that do. I'm not. No, I'm dead ass. I leave shit up.
Can
I'm
y'all
not
hear
one of
this
those people-
cap? Can y'all hear it?
I leave
I hear it.
No, I would take it down.
Have you seen me take posts down?
You don't, but you don't post stuff like that.
Not all the time.
But I'm saying, like, who wants to feel like, yo, like for me to say, like, yo, I kind of wish I had somebody or whatever, and then there's no response.
Then that sucks for you, and I know
Right.
you feel bad about yourself.
And you delete it. Because it's just like, yo, you know what?
Oh,
That's
I
like a
don't know.
post
You're not
on
gonna let that
Instagram
20
gets no likes.
That's never
You're not-
happened to me. I always get answers.
No, I'm sorry, you a bad bitch. My bad. Whatever.
You're not going to let it go
There's always
24 hours,
offers,
though.
Okay.
You going to leave it up for 24 hours?
My shit stays up. I don't take shit down.
I'm saying if nobody responded.
I leave it up. I've had plenty of like polls that I put up, like specifically I put up like a song thing the other day. I
Right,
posted
right.
a song. I think it was like 2 people that reacted to it. 200 and something
But
people watched my story.
that's a reaction, though. We talking about nothing. Like,
Either way, I will leave shit up regardless.
okay, all right.
I'm not that.
I'll take
I'm
your
not the
word for
post
it.
and delete person, because if nobody liked it at the end of the day, damn, maybe there's something wrong with me that I need to work on.
Right.
Or
Right.
like I take it as
No,
feedback.
there's nothing wrong with me. I just take it down. Like I don't even think
see,
about
I don't
it.
be
Just,
taking shit
all
down.
right, whatever.
I'll leave it. I'll
It
leave
wasn't the time for that shit.
That
And then the
post-
next day, when
Then
I
you
see
go.
shit,
Are you one of those people that's gonna try it again the next day? You go and post it again the next day, like, oh, maybe today somebody will answer.
Yeah.
I see a lot of activity today. Maybe somebody's feeling.
Exactly. First off,
That
Instagram
activity
is a
bar's
fucking,
gone.
it's a
Or you get a
fucking
little,
science.
you get a little
gotta
hot
know-
DM, and you're like, oh, this person's gonna reply today. I know I got a one guaranteed answer. Like,
It's not even that. It's just it's a science, especially when it comes to like posting on Instagram and Twitter. You gotta know when the most
I have
active
my
times
science.
are, and then you just post like
I
certain
post.
pictures.
How do you figure that out?
your insights. I post
Okay.
Sundays and
Oh,
Mondays.
so you have like a business page?
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can see like when most of your followers
That's
on,
kind of
who
cool.
are
Y'all
your
are cool as
followers
shit,
on.
yo.
I'd be posting Sundays and Mondays. I
Okay.
made an exception this week because it was my birthday yesterday. Like
Okay.
I posted well, but yeah, I'd be doing all that. And then also, one thing I learned is there's some type of I don't even know. I don't know the word for it right now. But I post something and then I close the app out. I don't go on the app for at least 4 hours.
Okay.
Because if you keep checking it and refreshing it and shit,
Right.
not as many people will see your post.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're talking about social media, let me ask y'all a question.
Uh-huh.
It's 2 parts. The first part is, do you guys feel that social media ruins relationships, or do bad relationships ruin social media experiences within a relationship?
Everything is situational.
Okay.
Everything is situational. I think social media definitely can ruin relationships, but it also can it help relationships?
No,
I don't think it can help relationships. I definitely don't think it can help
Okay.
relationships.
it's always a negative side when it comes to social media. When it comes
Why?
Now, if you
because
show,
it's an expectation. Like when you get into a relationship and you see everybody else posting their thing, you walk into a relationship
Wanting
expecting
an
to be
Instagram
posted,
relationship.
to be showed off, not thinking about
Even when things are bad?
even when things are bad.
so I was gonna say, if I see a couple, like
Okay.
say I see a couple on
Okay.
social media and they show me, for example, I don't want to say Chick-fil-A is a good couple, but they're funny. They make specifically funny videos. But you see all aspects of their relationship. You see them yelling at each other. You see them
Right.
having fun. You see them all that. So
It's
if I
real.
see if I see your real relationship, like y'all are not perfect,
Right.
I'm okay with that because I
Mhm.
see you're real people. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's I hate
They're
relationship
okay
goals.
with
or
that. It's
Yeah.
really hard when it's one person is private and the other person just wants to be posted to be posted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I was
That's
never
fact.
that person that wanted to just always just post my person. Like I
You'll
just
never
never
see
was
it.
that
Sure,
person.
you're not taking no off-guard selfies
I was
with
in
your...
I was in a relationship for 5 years
It
and
wasn't
posted
even that
3
I didn't
pictures
mind like
of
if it
that
was like
man.
an off guard or something like that, but it was just more like a
I
we're
don't
at
need
the
everybody
thing.
knowing.
Like I just
Right,
wasn't that
right,
person.
right.
Yeah.
Whereas in the person that I was with
This
took
is my
that
boyfriend.
as not even he just took that as you don't post me so nobody knows it's this.
So he
Nobody-
felt like that.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
And that's why I always just felt like it just always just brings a negative side out of people.
But are you
People
big on
just-
posting on social media, though?
I'm big on posting certain things.
Okay.
Like, and you can see, like, my stuff is once in a while kind of thing. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not on Instagram as much like that in the first place. But
Right.
I'm not even on Snapchat like that as much as I used to.
Oh yeah, your Snap used to be booming.
I
don't be on Snap like that. I
know.
can't
I
Snap
deleted
like that.
Snapchat. I feel
But
like it's a waste.
Snap is too much.
when it's me and it's people that I'm comfortable with, I don't mind. But like now that I've gotten so many people that I don't even know following me or watching me and just getting, it felt like someone was really invading my privacy
Mm-hmm.
to post pictures of my significant other. Felt like I was letting you into too much. Like
Right.
what you see on my Instagram is what I want you to see, not
It's like
what
that Jay-Z and Beyonce effect.
Yeah, it's like I just don't want you. Yeah, I don't want people to see my relationship and like have a negative opinion about me and try to do something to someone else, or try to reach out to that person and try to sabotage. Because I've seen women do that. Like, oh, I don't like that bitch, so I'm gonna write her nigga. Like, for what? How do you even know this nigga? Oh, they post all the time. Like, it's shit like that that makes me not want to like.
Petty shit. For what?
Second part, real quick. I know we're about to move on. Would you delete social media for a relationship?
No.
Even if it was like a happy one, like, yo, like this love is perfect, it's bliss.
If we're
I just want you to
perfect
delete
and
your
bliss,
social media.
you're not gonna ask me to delete my social media.
Okay, all right.
Ain't got nothing to do. It's not your business.
Okay. Carry on.
Are you gonna answer that question?
I just did. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I
Okay.
wouldn't.
So we're last question because we got about to be done here. Last question. Have you ever been held hostage in a relationship because you cared too much about how they respond to the breakup?
Yes,
I definitely have. I held on to a relationship. I was in a relationship damn near 5 years. That should have lasted 6 months.
4, bro.
Should have lasted 6 months, and I was there 5 years.
That's tough.
Because same thing, like I said, I'm a very giving person, so I got basically guilt tripped into being in that relationship. And I always used to be a person that I would care so much how people thought of me. Like, I didn't want to hurt people because I'm like, oh, well, then you're going to think of me as a person that hurt you.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I have to be selfish. I have to, not selfish in a bad way, but it's okay to think about me. It's okay. If I'm not happy, I have to say that. And I have to get myself out of toxic situations.
I feel like I'm a terrible person. I am.
How do you start off with that?
Because
she went somewhere in her
the
head just now.
reason I did. The reason that I stayed in the relationship is 2 reasons. Because it was my own selfish thing. Because I didn't want to be alone.
Yep, that's a big thing.
But I knew the longer I stayed in that relationship, the more toxic it was becoming, and we started to hate each other.
Wow.
But I didn't want our surrounding friends and family, whatever the case may be, to look bad on me. And, like, I didn't want people to think, oh, how could you do that or stuff like that. Because, like, even in our relationship, like, we both did some fucked up shit or whatever the case may be. But, like, I was more private than he was. So it was posted more about everything that I did. So I was always looked at as the wrong person. So in my mind, if I stayed
so he was actually airing out things?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I was getting aired the fuck out. So
on social media?
Yeah. So I just felt like
wild.
if I stayed, I would, be more positive in the relationship, whatever.
I never understood how people
I'm good
do
now.
That, no. How are we going to end this on a positive note?
Do you have nothing to add to that?
Nah, nothing to add to that whatsoever. Because, I feel like, we all have choices in life. And if you want to leave a situation, you should be able to leave. You should never feel hostage.
All I want to say is that communication is key. Be able to talk and say how you truly feel. Save a lot of other people from hurt in the long run. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just, especially, like I said, and we spoke about this a couple of times, but we're in a time now. Like you said, women are becoming savages, but also specifically us.
Sad.
Specifically us.
Just wish women would stop cheating,
in our mid... We're in our mid-20s, so
Goodbye.
we're coming out. I'm done with you. Can I finish?
Like,
can I finish?
Women are, you know what?
I'm done with you.
Where can they find you? Because you are
I
a piece
just,
of fucking
I
work.
just want to say
really
real
is.
quick before we finish. We're at a place in our lives. I know specifically us. We're in our mid-20s, quarter club, right? And we're coming out of wanting like little fuckboy kid relationships to grown men. So it's like going through the transition is fucking hard because we want and expect different things now, and it's just being able to vocalize that and not being ashamed and stuff. So like I said, communication is key, and speak into existence. We're gonna find what the fuck we want. I'm gonna find a man with money who is. Never mind. Let me stop because that's not
Take
the
that
number
trip
one
to
priority.
Dubai. No,
I'm trying to get
my
food out,
shit
bitch.
is still fucking open, guys. No,
Boom,
my
that's
shit
it.
is open. Just hit me up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yes, where can we find y'all on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Rika Mary Jane. The rest of my social media handles are in the bio. You guys know what's up.
Blade Pender Hughes on Twitter.
Oh, that's it. That's all you got.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have all the extra
Yeah, he
stuff,
don't
man.
talk
Just,
about-
Yeah, he's very casual. And you can find me on Instagram at Miss_King_45. Like I
And
said, you're gonna see the
shade
pretty
your
booty in the
tea.
lake, and you can see our beautiful
That's a beautiful logo, by the way.
Thank you. Shout out to my girl Cindy who drew this logo
This is
for
my
us.
first
She's
time
dope.
seeing it in person. It's great.
And yeah, you can find our podcast on Instagram at Shade. The E is a 3, Shade with your T, all one word, on Instagram or through one of our pages. So thank y'all for listening.
And thank Gotham Studios.
Shout outs to Gotham. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Bye.